Season 1 of Never Have I Ever kept us entertained with great performances from the talented cast. Devi has some tough decisions to make in Season 2, including whom to choose as her love interest, and what is more important to her in life. We have grown to love this group of teenagers and need to know what Season 2 holds for us. And with the actual John McEnroe narrating the series, that's just the cherry on the cake. We think Never Have I Ever Season 2 will change everything. Here's why. Let's first refresh our minds regarding Season 1 before we delve into the surprises awaiting us in Season 2. Devi Vishwa Kumar, portrayed by the talented and relatable Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, is friends with Eleanor, Ramona Young, and Fabiola Lee Rodriguez. These are also her friends who get her through the trauma of losing her father during her music recital, which leaves her wheelchair-ridden for a while. The wheelchair thing does not last long, as the three decide to attempt to start relationships with 3 boys within their social reach, in order to climb their way towards popularity. In the end, Devi is actually into Paxton, portrayed by Darren Barnett. Eleanor also likes another guy called Oliver Martinez, and Fabiola prefers to make out with girls. The series also focuses on Devi's personal life with her mother, Nalini Vishwa Kumar, as portrayed by Purna Jagannathan, as well as her relationship with her arch-enemy, Ben Gross, played by Jaren Lewison, and Paxton, who is her love interest. The series also shows us the love-hate relationship with her sister Kamala, who is portrayed by Risha Morjani. The finale of the season sees her reunite with her mother after they went their separate ways in the penultimate episode. In the episode in question, Devi told her mother she wished she had been the parent who died. The finale sees her reach the beach where her mother and sister are about to scatter the ashes of her father. She makes it in time due to Ben taking her in his car, and with a little shouting help from John McEnroe, who happens to be on the same beach. Then the final scene is of her making out with Ben, while her phone is ringing as Paxton realized with a little help from his sister that maybe he did want Devi after all. Who is new in Season 2? The obvious cast will return. They are Maitreyi Ramakrishnan and her friends Ramona Young and Lee Rodriguez. Due to the way first season ended, Darren Barrett and Jaren Lewison have to be back as Paxton and Ben, respectively. Also, Devi's mom and her sister Kamala will obviously be back. The cast of Season 2 has been expanded to include some great and unexpected new additions. Megan Suri is an actress known for Valentine's Day 2010, atypical and fresh off the boat. She will appear in Season 2 and portray a character named Anissa, a new student whose confidence and radiance should create some conflict between Devi and her. Get ready for some real catty moments. Then for the big surprise, Tyler Alvarez will enter the show as Malcolm, a quote young Hollywood type with all the baggage that comes with it. Devi and her class know him because he was in elementary school with them, but left when he was cast in a Disney show. He had recently returned to Sherman Oaks High whilst continuing his acting career. Expect some sparks to fly between Paxton and Malcolm, and expect Devi to have a massive crush on the new kid. Anissa will probably play a major antagonist, as Ben seems to be destined to be a slobbering love interest only to Devi, while Malcolm may also turn out to be the new focus for Devi, who wants to be popular, and he is the ticket. Utkarsh Ambudkar will join the cast and will play Mr. Kulkarni, who is described as the quote, the coolest teacher on staff at Sherman Oaks High. Kulkarni teaches English and reportedly forges a bond with Devi. He will probably be one of her major sources of inspiration and may replace her father in a way. Devi's father inspired her, and she loved him dearly. He was also her mentor, and she lacks a good mentor in her life. In the second season, Mr. Kulkarni will help steer Devi's boat in the right direction. We hope nothing happens to him or that he does not leave before the second season ends, because that will feel like the end for Devi, even though heartache is a part of her journey, just like that is for all of us. If he were to exit the second season, it may act as a catalyst for Devi in a good way. PJ Byrne from The Boys and The Wolf of Wall Street will be another addition to the second season. He will portray Evan, the head research assistant of Kamala's Caltech program, who reportedly feels threatened by her. Evan will make life tough for Kamala. She will be an outstanding student, and he will trip her up all the way. He may be the catalyst for Kamala moving to India to be with Prashant. Some surprises for Devi in Season 2. Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, who portrays our main protagonist Devi so well, is definitely the main attraction in the series. A lot of you may not know this, but Maitreyi is portraying the series based on Mindy Kaling's own childhood. Devi's search for popularity will definitely have her making many of the same types of mistakes as in the first season, just in different ways. She will probably see Malcolm as her way to be popular, so be prepared to see her do more embarrassing stuff in Season 2. Up to a point, anyway. The kind of situations she gets herself in are highly entertaining, pulled off by superb acting. The more we see of Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, the more we love her. Devi was on the point of moving to India with her mother and her sister when we left her in season 1. Do not worry, Devi will not end up in India. The worst case scenario is that she stays there for a few days or weeks and returns to Sherman Oaks. She is too important to the story to leave now. Devi and Paxton. Who can forget Devi asking Paxton to have sex with her in season 1, thinking that would increase her popularity? As the season developed though, they became closer with Paxton actually at the point of wanting to hook up with her in the finale. In season 2, we suspect that Devi, in one of her thoughtless moments, will hook up with Paxton and forget about Ben. Ben will then see them together and his heart will be broken. Ben will probably do something to get back at Devi as he will once again become her enemy, or will he? What if he becomes infatuated with her? We also think another highly possible outcome is that once Devi has Paxton, Malcolm will appear on the scene, Devi will rather want Malcolm, and in the process she will hurt Paxton, who will handle it better than Ben, but will still struggle with it. Malcolm will turn out to be a jerk, and she will end up crawling back to Paxton later in the season. Devi and Ben. Ben was Devi's main antagonist in season 1, and we feel this may be the case again in the second season, but this time it might be more of a love-hate relationship as Ben started to have feelings for Devi. An even worse enemy may appear in the form of Anissa. She represents everything Devi thinks she wants to be, and a bitter rivalry is sure to ensue. Devi and her friends. The relationship between Devi and her friends Eleanor and Fabiola will probably get worse before it gets better in the new season. As a part of her strategy to become popular, Devi will at some stage become friends with Anissa and push her current friends aside. In her mind, popularity is extremely important. This situation will last a while, but fear not. One of Devi's loved ones will make Devi realize her mistake, and our heroine will make things right again. Real friendships stand the test of time, and we know that no matter how much they inadvertently hurt one another, they will all end the season as friends again. Devi and her family. The chemistry between Devi and her mother is an incredibly important story to reach fulfillment. The relationship between Devi and her mother will end up being a beautiful moment, but first there will be a lot more friction, and it may not even happen in this season. Both of them have to understand the other better for their relationship to evolve. The watershed moment will probably come once they're in a situation where they're alone together and have to bond, or when Devi's mother becomes sick or injured for some reason. It will be then that Devi will realize how much she loves her mother. Another major development for season 2 will be Kamala's decision regarding who she wants in her life. Will it be the easygoing Steve, Eddie Lou, or the more traditional and handsome Prashant, Ruish Kota? Prashant probably wants a traditional wife to clean up after him and as a trophy. Steve represents true love, and choosing him means giving up on what the system wants from Kamala, while Prashant represents the opposite: duty, cultural norms, and falling in line. Not something she would like to do. One represents happiness and the other not. Whatever happens, Devi will learn from this. The decision Kala will make will play a direct role in Devi's decision to choose her love interest, which will probably end up being Ben anyway. There are some big lessons Devi will have to learn and decisions she will make in season 2 as she grows up and learns from her family's wisdom and faults, in the same way Paxton's sister Rebecca made him see the light with regards to Devi. The series Never Have I Ever was written to have constant conflict, which is what makes a good story great, so we will definitely see more conflict, but probably surprising and great resolutions to those conflicts as well. Thank you for joining us in our little foray into Devi's story. Please join us next time if you enjoyed this video.